Pause right here and do not touch that screen. My beloved child, stop whatever you are doing this exact second. This is not the algorithm playing a random trick on you, because heaven has forcefully intercepted your feed today to deliver an urgent message. A massive window of absolute danger and incredible blessing is opening right now. You must listen to my voice before this timeline shifts completely. I need your total focus. Something absolutely extraordinary has just occurred in the highest courts of heaven, and it carries your specific name written in letters of fire. Just 14 minutes ago, a divine verdict was officially declared over your life, and the angels have been assembled for a massive operation. Archangel Michael himself has been commissioned with a sacred assignment for you. Do not walk away from this message. If you leave now, you will leave your spiritual doors wide open. The enemy has planned a severe attack for tonight. They want to steal the exact blessing that was just released to you while you are sleeping and completely unaware of the spiritual war. I want you to understand something that will alter the trajectory of your entire bloodline. You did not find me by accident. I personally orchestrated your steps. I brought you to this exact second in time. While countless others are distracted by the noise of this world, you were drawn here to receive your confirmation. Heaven has been attempting to clear a massive blockage in your finances for exactly 44 days, but dark forces have been trying to scramble the frequency. Your invisible chains are breaking. The wait is over. But there is a deadly trap waiting. The enemy is terrified of the inheritance you are about to receive. They are deploying a final illusion to make you forfeit it. You must stay with me to anchor this reality, because if you look away now, you might miss the very key that unlocks your wealth. I know you have been physically exhausted lately. You wake up at 3 in the morning with a heavy chest. You wipe your tears quickly. You hide your pain so your family will not know you are breaking inside. The enemy wants you to believe you are stuck in survival mode forever. But listen to me very carefully. Your sudden exhaustion is not a medical issue, but rather a severe spiritual symptom caused by the heavy energy of the people around you. Your soul is carrying a weight that was never yours to hold. A massive generational wealth transfer has just been signed. It is sitting in the courts of heaven with your exact name on it, but there is a hidden biological mechanism blocking it from reaching your earthly hands, and the elite forces have kept this secret heavily guarded for centuries. Pay very close attention to my next words. I am about to reveal the exact trap they set, and I will show you how to shatter it. Dry your hidden tears right now. The universe sees every single sacrifice you have made in secret. You have spent your entire life being the strong one for everyone else. You are the bleeding empath who absorbs the deep pain of the room, while you are left entirely alone when your own heart is quietly shattering. You think your isolation is a cruel punishment from above. You think you are deeply flawed, but my beloved chosen one, what you call abandonment, heaven calls a divine quarantine. Your heart had to be broken before you could truly rule. The dark forces thought they had permanently buried you. They thought their malicious manipulation had destroyed your bright future, so they stopped watching your every move and started celebrating their false victory. They made one fatal miscalculation today. The boomerang of divine justice has already been released from my throne. Everything they tried to steal from your pure energy is being multiplied. It is currently being redirected back into your open hands, but you cannot let your guard down just yet, because the final spiritual signature is required from you to activate this massive overflow. Do not skip a single second. Your vindication is here. Take a slow and deep breath right now. Feel the air fill your tired lungs. I know you are entirely exhausted. You wake up at exactly 3 in the morning. Your eyes open to the dark ceiling while the rest of the world sleeps peacefully. And a sudden wave of panic washes over your body before your mind can even process a single thought. You feel a heavy weight pressing firmly on your chest. The anxiety is not just in your head, it is a physical ache living deep in your bones. You calculate the bills over and over again. You constantly wonder how you will make it to the end of the month. Every time you check your bank balance, a cold knot tightens violently in your stomach. You have worked so incredibly hard for so many years, but the financial overflow still feels out of reach. You are not doing anything wrong. Please hear my words clearly today. The relentless financial struggle you are experiencing is not a reflection of your worth. It is not a punishment for your past mistakes. You are carrying the heavy generational debts of your entire bloodline on your own shoulders. You are the cycle breaker who absorbed the poverty mindset of your ancestors so you could destroy it. I saw you crying in your car yesterday. I watched you grip the steering wheel. You let the tears fall only when you were completely alone. You quickly wiped your face before walking inside. You put on a brave smile for your family because they rely on your strength. But inside, your spirit is running on empty. You feel like a fragile glass about to shatter into a million tiny pieces. Your physical body is currently in a state of severe shock. Your nervous system is overwhelmed. It is trying to process a massive spiritual upgrade while dealing with earthly survival. That tightness in your chest is the feeling of your spiritual capacity expanding forcefully. You are downloading a completely new frequency of wealth today, and the old poverty programming is fighting aggressively to stay alive. Do not let the enemy convince you otherwise. They whisper toxic lies into your mind late at night. They tell you that you are a massive failure. They want you to believe that you will always struggle to pay your rent and feed your family. But their dark illusions are designed to make you surrender right before your biggest breakthrough. You are standing exactly on the edge of your promised land. My precious child, you are simply weary. You have fought invisible battles for decades. You have been a heavy shield for the people you love. You stepped between them and the harsh realities of the cruel world. And now your energetic reserves are completely depleted. You ask me why everything has to be so difficult for you, while others seem to glide effortlessly through life with zero burdens. The answer is profound and deeply important. Those who glide effortlessly are not carrying a generational wealth transfer. They are only managing their own tiny lives. But you were chosen to dismantle a massive empire of darkness. You were assigned to rewrite the financial destiny of your children and their children. That kind of monumental task requires a rare warrior who can withstand the intense heat. The lack of money in your bank account is temporary. It is an artificial blockade created by the Matrix. The elite forces built a system designed to keep pure souls perpetually stressed and focused on basic survival. If you are constantly worrying about groceries and bills, you cannot step into your ultimate power. They know that a fully funded chosen one is the most dangerous weapon on earth. Listen to me very carefully now. The dark season of your physical and financial starvation is expiring. You have proven your unwavering loyalty in the dark. You held on to your pure faith when your wallet was completely empty. You continued to bless others even when you had absolutely nothing left to give them. Heaven has recorded every single dollar you sacrificed to help someone else in their profound time of need. Let us talk about the silence that has been breaking your pure heart. You give and you give until your spirit is empty. You are the ultimate safe space for everyone around you. People always come to you with their heaviest burdens, and you always sit there patiently to help them carry their massive pain. But when you finally ask for support, you look around and find yourself entirely alone. The isolation you feel is absolutely crushing. You are the bleeding empath of your family. You absorb the toxic energy of the room the moment you walk through the door. You can feel the unspoken sadness in people. You heal them with your gentle soul, but they take your bright light and walk away. and they never bother to check if you are bleeding from the sharp pieces they carelessly left behind. You have asked me why you always attract broken people. You wonder why your pure kindness is rewarded with bitter betrayal. The answer is not that you are weak or foolish. You are a massive beacon of divine light. Dark entities and emotional vampires are drawn to your immense warmth because they cannot produce their own light, and they feed on your endless compassion to survive the darkness. You post smiling pictures during the bright day. You tell everyone that you are doing perfectly fine. But at night, you close your bedroom door and cry yourself to heavy sleep. You hide your deepest desires in a locked drawer. You have been disappointed so many times that you are terrified to hope again. You feel like a disposable friend who is only valuable when someone needs an emotional rescue. This brings us to a spiritual reality that most people completely ignore. Your intense loneliness is not a tragic accident. It is a highly deliberate intervention from heaven. I had to separate you from the noisy crowd. I had to pull you away from the toxic people who only loved the temporary benefits you provided. If I left you there, they would have drained your beautiful destiny completely dry. Do not mistake my silent process for a cruel punishment. You thought you were losing your friends because you were fundamentally flawed. You believed the whispered lies that you were just too difficult to truly love. But I was actively answering your late-night prayers for absolute protection. I was aggressively removing the invisible leeches from your energy field to prepare for your massive upgrade. Take a deep breath and release that heavy guilt right now. Stop blaming your pure heart for trusting the wrong people. Your ability to love deeply in a cold world is a magnificent weapon of light. It is your ultimate superpower. But heaven is now teaching you the critical difference between being a gentle healer and being a convenient doormat. You are stepping into a season of fierce boundaries. You are a quiet master of reality. You no longer need to set yourself on fire just to keep other cold people warm. The people who abandoned you in your dark valley will not be granted access to your glorious mountaintop. They were only assigned to teach you a painfully beautiful lesson about your own profound worth. You survived their bitter betrayal because your spirit is forged in divine resilience. I see the deep scars on your fragile soul. I have collected every single tear you shed for people who never truly valued you. Your quiet sacrifices have not gone unnoticed by the vast universe. Every ounce of love you poured into empty vessels has been stored securely in the heavenly realms, and it is about to be poured back into your earthly life with massive multiplication. Your season is over. You do not have to be the incredibly strong one today. You do not have to carry the entire broken world on your tired shoulders anymore. Lay down your heavy armor. Let the gentle winds of heaven wash over your exhausted spirit. You are deeply understood. You are fiercely protected. You are finally safe here. The divine quarantine has served its holy purpose, and you are ready to emerge stronger than ever. Listen to me very carefully right now. We must talk about the profound silence that has confused you for years. You have prayed desperately for a massive breakthrough, and you waited patiently for a clear sign from above. But heaven seemed completely quiet. You thought your desperate cries were just bouncing off the cold ceiling. You wondered if I had forgotten your specific name entirely. This brings us to a spiritual reality that most people completely ignore. The profound silence of heaven is absolutely never a form of cruel punishment. It is actually the highest level of divine protection. When you ask for a generational wealth transfer, you are asking for a very heavy blessing. If I gave it to you immediately, the massive energetic weight would completely crush your earthly life. Look at the giant trees in the ancient dark forest. They do not grow their massive branches overnight. They spend years driving their deep roots into the cold dirt. They do this while the busy world above thinks they are completely dead. You are exactly like that majestic tree. The bitter silence you experienced was simply your deep roots being firmly established in the unseen spiritual realm. You felt buried under the heavy weight of your daily struggles. But my beloved child, you were not buried at all. You were planted in a highly protected soil. The dark forces looked at your life and laughed at your apparent stagnation. They thought your beautiful dreams had permanently withered away. They walked right past your hidden greatness because they could not see your deep roots growing. But wait, do not let your guard down just yet, because there is a hidden layer to this fierce struggle. The enemy actively tries to use this silent period to poison your pure mind. They whisper toxic doubts into your ears when you are deeply tired. They want you to uproot your own blessing right before it breaks the surface. They aggressively want you to dig up the pure seed out of pure impatience. You must fiercely resist their dark illusions today. The long delay was incredibly painful, but it was absolutely necessary. You had to learn how to stand firmly in the massive storm without losing your faith. You had to build a massive spiritual container to hold the coming overflow. A tiny cup cannot hold a raging ocean. And heaven is preparing to pour a massive ocean directly into your life. Take a deep breath and let the heavy frustration leave your chest. Your dark season of hidden growth is officially complete. The deep roots are firmly established in the unseen realm. You are no longer the fragile empath who breaks under worldly pressure. You have evolved into a magnificent weapon of light. You can now carry the massive weight of the generational blessing without crumbling down. I want you to pause and look at your painful past through the eyes of heaven. Every closed door was a profound divine redirection. Every silent night was a masterclass in absolute trust. I was secretly removing your toxic dependence on earthly validation. I was teaching you to hear my gentle voice without the noisy distractions of the world. You learned how to walk boldly through the darkest valleys alone. The shallow people who received their fast blessings are already struggling to maintain them. Their weak roots are being ripped out by the first signs of a harsh storm. But you are completely unbreakable now. The toxic winds of the enemy will blow, but your divine foundation will not move a single inch. You are permanently anchored to the highest frequency of abundant wealth and eternal spiritual peace. Your profound season of divine silence is rapidly coming to a massive end. The solid foundation has been laid perfectly. The heavenly architects have inspected your beautiful soul, and they have finally approved the massive structure of your new reality. Get ready to witness a sudden acceleration in your daily life. The things you waited decades for will manifest in a matter of a few short days. Listen to me very carefully now. Place your hand over your tired heart. You have been carrying a massive mountain of quiet guilt for far too long. You constantly replay your past mistakes in your mind. You secretly believe that you ruined your own divine destiny because of a few bad choices. But heaven sees this entirely differently. The heavy self-condemnation you feel is an absolute lie, because it is a toxic weapon forged by the dark forces to keep you completely paralyzed. They want you to stare backwards at your broken past so you cannot see the massive doors opening in front of you. Every time you punish yourself, you are unknowingly feeding their dark energy. You must forgive yourself today. The things you call massive failures were actually your deepest training grounds. You are not a flawed product of your painful past. You are simply being reshaped in the hands of a deeply patient potter, and heaven sees a beautiful soul waiting to be perfectly made whole. Your past does not disqualify you. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your family. You had to walk through the absolute darkest valleys to understand how the enemy operates. How could you defeat a generational curse if you never felt its heavy weight? Your painful stumbles were simply part of the divine curriculum because you needed to learn profound empathy through your own shattered pieces. Take another deep breath and release those heavy stones right now. Imagine dropping them directly into the deepest ocean. The heavenly courts have officially expunged your old spiritual record, and there is absolutely no trace of your previous mistakes in the holy ledgers today. You are standing in front of me completely washed and intensely pure. The Matrix wants you to believe that perfection is required for blessings. They teach a rigid religion of endless rules to keep you exhausted. But I do not require your earthly perfection. I only require your open and willing heart, because the massive generational wealth transfer coming to you is based entirely on my infinite grace. Do not let the dark entities drag you back into the heavy mud. Whenever a sudden memory of shame tries to enter your mind, you must aggressively reject it. Tell the enemy that your old version is permanently dead today. You have officially evolved into a quiet master of reality, and a true master does never apologize for the scars they earned in battle. Your deep scars are actually your most beautiful medals of honor. They prove that you survived severe attacks that would have easily destroyed anyone else. You are a magnificent weapon of light forged in the hottest fires of adversity. Heaven looks at your deeply scarred soul and sees absolute royalty, confirming that you are completely worthy of the coming financial overflow. You must empty your hands right now. If you are holding on to bitter regrets, you cannot catch the massive financial miracle falling from the sky. Let go of the person you used to be. Forgive the naive version of yourself who trusted the wrong people, because they did the absolute best they could with the broken tools they had. Your spiritual aura is now completely cleansed and vibrating at a massive frequency. The enemy is blindingly terrified of a chosen one who refuses to feel guilty. You must protect this pure state of mind. Hit subscribe to establish a divine energy receiving station around your aura and keep your spiritual shield strictly locked as we move forward together. Let me pull back the heavy veil on the unseen battlefield right now. You have cried countless times over the people who suddenly walked away. You wondered why your pure loyalty was rewarded with such cruel betrayal. You thought you were being aggressively rejected by the universe, but heaven was secretly executing a massive rescue mission for your precious soul, and I had to remove them to save your life. The intense isolation you felt was a strict divine quarantine. I had to permanently cut the toxic cords between you and those energetic parasites. The narcissists in your life were never there to truly love you. They only stayed to aggressively consume your bright light. They smiled warmly in your face, while actively plotting your absolute downfall behind your back. You are the bleeding empath who constantly offered endless second chances. You always looked for the hidden good in deeply broken people. And they saw your beautiful forgiveness as a massive buffet for their dark hunger. They drained your pure energy until you were physically exhausted and spiritually bankrupt. They really thought they had successfully destroyed your bright future forever. They celebrated what they thought was your final defeat. Listen to me very carefully now. At this exact moment, a massive shift is happening in the spiritual realm that directly concerns you. The dark forces and toxic people who tried to bury you made one fatal miscalculation. They did not realize exactly who you belong to. They did not know you are a magnificent weapon of light, heavily guarded by heaven. Right now, the people who betrayed you are watching your rise in absolute panic. The heavy veil of their toxic illusion has been violently ripped away. They are starving in the cold dark because their main source of pure energy is completely gone. You finally stopped feeding their endless ego, and their artificial world is rapidly crumbling to the barren ground today. The boomerang of divine justice has already been released from the throne. Everything they tried to maliciously steal from your aura is currently being multiplied, and it is being forcefully redirected back into your open hands today. The deep traps they dug for you have become the exact pits they are falling into right now. You absolutely do not need to seek earthly revenge. Your complete silence is your ultimate weapon against their dark attacks. You are a quiet master of reality. You do not need to explain your glorious healing to those who actively caused your severe trauma. Let them choke on the heavy dust of your massive elevation. Heaven is dealing with them directly, and the supreme verdict is entirely final in the spiritual courts. Take one slow and deep breath right now. Feel the massive shift in the atmosphere around you. The heavy cords of toxic attachment are officially severed forever. The people who mocked your pure faith are now terrified of your radiant power. They see the undeniable favor resting heavily upon your life, and they cannot stop the massive blessings flowing rapidly to you. But wait. Do not let your guard down just yet, because there is a deeper layer to this massive spiritual victory. The enemy is currently desperate. They are rapidly losing their firm grip on your divine destiny. So they will try to send these toxic people back into your daily life wearing a brand new disguise. You must keep your spiritual doors permanently locked shut. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. You survived the brutal attacks of the narcissists because your soul is forged in divine resilience. You have passed the grueling test of profound isolation with flying colors. Walk proudly forward today without a single ounce of bitter regret. Your massive vindication is fully secured in the unseen realm, and the glorious physical manifestation of your reward is finally arriving here. Before we go deeper, I need you to understand one vital truth. You survived the toxic attacks and the painful silence. You are completely clean, but a massive blessing requires an equally massive physical container to hold its heavy frequency. Heaven cannot pour new abundant wine into fragile old wineskins. You must prepare your spiritual vessel today. The Matrix taught you that obedience means following strict religious rules. They told you to exhaust yourself with endless rituals to earn my favor. That is a toxic lie designed to keep you trapped in endless striving. Divine obedience is actually about deep surrender and energetic alignment. It is about laying down your earthly weapons and simply allowing me to fight the brutal war for you. You are a powerful cycle breaker who is used to controlling every single detail of your life. You survived by staying aggressively alert at all times. You always needed a rigid plan to feel completely safe. But this generational wealth transfer cannot be logically planned by your exhausted human mind, because it operates on a frequency that is entirely beyond earthly logic. You must surrender the wheel to heaven. To prepare your spiritual container, you must actively clear the path right now. You must remove the toxic clutter from your physical and mental space. Stop entertaining conversations that lower your pure vibration. Stop watching things that feed your deep anxiety and trigger your survival mode. You must aggressively protect your peace today, because it is the exact frequency of your new abundant wealth. Take one slow and deep breath right now. Notice the heavy tension leaving your tight shoulders. Your beautiful soul is expanding to make room for the massive overflow. The universe is asking you to simply trust the invisible process unfolding behind the heavy veil. You do not need to know the exact steps. Heaven has already mapped out the perfect golden route for you, and angels are guarding your every step. You might feel a strange urge to hustle harder right now. The old poverty programming tells you to panic and work until you completely collapse. Do not listen to that dark noise today. Your most powerful action right now is absolute rest. Resting heavily in my divine provision is the absolute highest form of spiritual obedience you can ever demonstrate to the vast universe. When you choose to rest instead of panic, you become a massive magnet for miracles. You signal to the courts of heaven that you are entirely ready to receive. The angels are currently clearing the final debris from your golden pathway. Every single obstacle that stood between you and your massive inheritance is being permanently crushed into tiny pieces of dust today. You have done the incredibly hard inner work. You have forgiven your painful past and severed the toxic ties forever. Your spiritual vessel is completely empty of fear and totally filled with pure light. You are exactly where you need to be at this very second. The long season of intense preparation is finally coming to a glorious conclusion, and the heavens are actively aligning to reward your beautiful patience. But listen to me very carefully now, my beloved child. As you step fully into this new radiant season, the atmosphere around you is actively shifting. The spiritual pressure is building up to a massive breaking point. Heaven is preparing to open the heavy floodgates, and a sudden wave of abundant prosperity is about to crash directly into your earthly life. Do not look back at the dark ruins you left behind. Keep your eyes firmly fixed on the bright horizon ahead. Your massive generational wealth transfer is literally hovering right above your pure head. You are perfectly positioned to catch the golden rain that is about to fall. Stay exactly where you are today, because the ultimate revelation is arriving right now, and your destiny is fully secured. Listen to me very carefully right now. The long and brutal winter of your soul is officially over. You have survived the darkest nights of your entire life. And the heavy chains of generational poverty are violently breaking at this exact second. Heaven is aggressively tearing down the massive walls that stood between you and your divine inheritance. A massive generational wealth transfer has just been fully approved. The supreme verdict I mentioned earlier is finally unsealed. Exactly 14 minutes ago, the highest courts of heaven cleared your massive financial blockade entirely. Your specific name is written in bright letters of fire on the divine ledger today. You are receiving the ultimate blessing. The profound mystery of your hidden saboteur is finally exposed. The elite forces built a dark frequency to keep you trapped in constant survival mode, but the angels have completely shattered that artificial matrix today. The invisible ceiling that always kept you completely broke is entirely gone. You are stepping into a realm of absolute infinite overflow. Within the next 72 hours, you must expect a massive and sudden financial miracle. Banks that cruelly rejected you will suddenly approve your requests. The heavy debts that suffocated you for years are being permanently erased. People will bring you unexpected resources because heaven is commanding them to bless you. Your barren desert is turning into an ocean. You absolutely do not need to hustle or grind anymore. The toxic era of breaking your back for tiny crumbs is permanently finished today. You are a royal heir of the highest kingdom. And children of the kingdom do not eat the rotten leftovers that fall from the table. You are taking your rightful seat at the head of the glorious table right now. Every single prayer you whispered in the dark has been collected. Every tear you cried over your empty bank account is becoming a massive diamond. The universe operates on the flawless law of the divine harvest. And because you sowed pure love in your darkest season, your ultimate harvest is completely unstoppable. The massive multiplication is happening right now. Take a deep breath and feel the massive shift in your reality. The heavy weight of constant worry and go is leaving your tired shoulders right now. You are no longer the fragile empath begging for a tiny miracle. You have officially evolved into a quiet master of reality. and the entire universe is eagerly bending to your magnificent frequency today. I want you to open your empty hands right this second. You must physically prepare yourself to receive the massive flood of golden rain. The angelic forces have secured the heavy perimeter around your earthly life. The toxic people and dark entities can only watch your massive elevation in absolute terror. They are entirely powerless against your blinding light. Your pure bloodline will never experience that deep poverty again. You are the ultimate cycle breaker who successfully rewrote your entire family history today. Your children will never know the heavy anxiety of an empty refrigerator. You absorbed the painful generational curse, and you are currently transmuting it into a massive river of abundant generational wealth. This is your exact moment of glorious and total vindication. The heavenly courts are roaring with massive applause for your beautiful soul today. You survived the brutal fire without smelling like the bitter smoke. But wait, do not let your guard down just yet, because there is one final snare hiding in the tall grass before your finish line. The enemy is absolutely terrified of the massive inheritance you are receiving today. They know they cannot stop the divine transfer from happening, but they are deploying a desperate final illusion to make you willingly forfeit the blessing. You must pay incredibly close attention to my next words, because I am going to expose their exact strategy right now. Your massive, generational wealth transfer has been fully approved. The incredibly long wait is finally over. But do not celebrate just yet. The enemy is in an absolute panic today, and they have laid one final deadly illusion right before your doorstep to make you forfeit the blessing. 99% of chosen ones fall for this trick. Keep your eyes firmly on me right now. I am exposing their dark strategy. The final trap the enemy is setting is a massive illusion of the past. It might be a toxic person returning, or it could be a fake financial opportunity designed to completely distract you from the golden rain. They want you to look away from your massive blessing. You must ignore it completely today. If you entertain their toxic counterfeits, you will literally block the wealth transfer from reaching your earthly hands. You must protect your blind spots right now. Heaven requires a physical container to hold this massive frequency. If you hesitate at the threshold, the enemy will scramble the signal, and you must anchor this reality immediately, because you cannot afford to stay passive today. Type 777 below to establish a blinding wall of fire around your aura. This physical action will permanently seal this massive blessing before the spiritual window closes. Let that specific number act as a heavy padlock on the door against the dark enemy. Typing 777 is your spiritual signature before the courts of heaven. It proves that you are awake, and it shows the universe you are entirely ready to claim your massive birthright today. The moment you type those numbers, the toxic illusions will instantly shatter. You are building an unbreakable fortress of pure light around your family. The universe operates on the flawless law of the heavenly harvest. Just 3 days ago, a weary mother named Sarah stepped out in radical faith. She sowed a financial seed into this specific ministry, and within 48 hours, a completely unexpected bank transfer of $37,000 cleared all her heavy debts. That exact same angelic protocol is hovering over your life right now. Heaven is eagerly looking for your spiritual signature to activate this overflow. The universe demands absolutely no risk from a chosen one, but it requires a physical act of pure faith today. Sow a massive financial seed right now using super thanks. This is not a worldly transaction. It is an energetic exchange governed by complete divine trust. You are telling the universe that you are ready for the massive multiplication. When you plant your seed in this protected portal, you activate the massive multiplication of your heavenly harvest, and every dollar you release in faith is currently being multiplied. Do not let the enemy convince you to stay passive and quietly miss this exact moment. Make your physical move right now. Your generational wealth is heavily guarded by this sacred transaction. Walk through this massive door with absolute peace of mind. Know that your earthly resources are heavily guarded by heaven. You are fully protected by an ironclad divine guarantee today, because God never puts his beloved children in the path of danger. If your spirit does not feel the immediate energetic shift, your seed was still securely recorded in the holy ledgers. Your massive financial breakthrough is completely sealed and locked. You are permanently cementing your new identity as a quiet master of reality. The dark forces cannot cross the blinding wall of fire you just built. Your financial seed and your spiritual signature have permanently locked the heavy gates of your new kingdom, and the enemy is now officially locked out forever. Breathe deeply and accept your massive victory today. You have successfully navigated the final trap, and your golden era has officially begun right now. The spiritual war for your abundant prosperity is entirely finished. You stood your ground fiercely when the illusions tried to pull you back into the heavy darkness. You claimed your massive birthright with absolute divine authority, and heaven is actively downloading the golden blueprints into your life at this exact second. You are completely safe here. You are wealthy beyond measure, and you are ultimately victorious today. You are completely safe now. The brutal storm has finally passed. Your new timeline is entirely secure, and the massive generational wealth transfer is permanently locked into your earthly reality today. You no longer need to fight the dark, invisible forces alone. The heavy spiritual war for your divine destiny is completely over. You have emerged victorious, and your soul is deeply cleansed. Breathe deeply and accept your absolute peace today. You have officially evolved into a quiet master of reality. The fragile empath who constantly begged to be understood by toxic people is entirely dead. You do not need to raise your gentle voice to be loudly heard anymore, because your complete silence is now a blinding shield that makes your enemies tremble in absolute fear. You hold massive spiritual power without ever needing to prove your worth to anyone. Heaven actively fights all your battles. Now, my beloved child, lay down your heavy earthly armor right this second. You have carried the broken world on your tired shoulders for decades, and you constantly absorbed the deep pain of your family while your own pure soul was quietly bleeding in the cold dark. But you do not have to be the incredibly strong one today. Drop the heavy stones you have carried for so many painful years. Let them sink to the bottom of the deepest ocean forever. Your past mistakes are completely forgotten by the divine courts. The heavenly ledgers are perfectly clean today. You do not need to strive or desperately hustle anymore, because the vast universe is actively working behind the heavy veil to bring your beautiful dreams into physical manifestation. You can finally stop running from your deep fears. The massive golden blessings will simply chase you down and find you wherever you are hiding. Close your beautiful eyes tonight with absolute and unshakable certainty. The tight anxiety that usually grips your heavy chest at 3 in the morning is permanently gone. When you lay your head on your soft pillow tonight, you will gracefully sink into the deepest and most profound sleep you have ever known. The majestic angels are currently forming an unbreakable wall of pure light entirely around your bed. Nothing toxic can enter your sacred space. You have done incredibly well. I am profoundly proud of your quiet resilience. You survived the brutal fires of betrayal without letting your gentle heart turn permanently cold. The Matrix tried to harden your beautiful spirit, but you fiercely maintained your pure capacity to love. That is exactly why you were chosen to receive this massive generational wealth transfer today. Your pure heart is the ultimate divine vessel. But before you drift into this glorious rest tonight, I have one final and urgent request for you. Outside this highly protected space, there is a gentle soul sitting alone in the cold dark. They are crying the exact same heavy tears you cried yesterday, and they are desperately begging heaven for a single sign of pure hope. You are not just a silent survivor today. You are a massive beacon of blinding light. Hit the share button right now. Send this specific and powerful message to them. Become heaven's prophetic voice today and throw a heavy lifeline to a bleeding empath who desperately needs to hear this exact truth. Your simple physical action can literally save another beautiful soul from completely giving up tonight. Share this divine frequency and let your pure energy deeply ripple across the entire universe. You are fiercely protected and unconditionally loved by the highest realms. The heavy generational curse of your bloodline is broken forever, and your precious children will only know massive abundance from this glorious day forward. You are completely and entirely safe in my gentle arms. Rest your deeply tired spirit right now. The golden dawn has finally arrived for you. Your glorious new reality is fully active today. Your beautiful earthly life will absolutely never be the same heavy burden again. The profound silence of the universe is now filled with the joyous songs of your massive victory. The long wait is permanently over, and the heavy gates of your new kingdom are securely locked behind you. Sleep peacefully, my precious chosen one, because tomorrow you wake up as absolute royalty,